This is your last warning or we will break the window.
No, break it.
I'm watching her hands.
Get out.
Step out. Step out. Step out. Sarge!
Welcome to the bunker. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Colonel channel. Today I wanted to show you corruption, and it's very slight, and I've done a couple of other videos where I kind of highlight corruption. But the corruption in the United States isn't always so easy to see. You know, if you watch my channel, you know I'm a world adventurer. I travel all over the world. By the way, you can check out some of those videos in the midweek release. But what I find is there is a lot of corruption in the world, and a lot of it is very, very overt. Here in the United States, we like to think that there's not corruption. But if you watch some of the videos, there definitely isn't corruption in the United States. And I'm sad to say that. And in this particular case, we have a state patrol who gets stopped for a DWI, and I will show you the subtle corruption that I'm talking about. But let's just watch the video and you'll see what I'm talking about.
On February 27, 2025, a McKinley County officer in New Mexico conducts a traffic stop after a driver goes the wrong way on a one-way street and hops a curb, popping both passenger side tires.
Okay, so let's just stop right there. So you see that video? Now, if you've been watching the videos, is there a reasonable, articulable suspicion that there is a crime afoot looking through the eyes of the officer in this particular squad? What is it? Well, obviously, looks like it's a wrong way and a one way, so we've got a good stop here.
The officer doesn't know is the driver is a fellow New Mexico State police officer.
2543, you come to my 20. You roll down the window. Do you roll it down?
Okay, so here's what's going on. Because it's a cop, they know when they roll down that window, there's going to be the smell of alcohol that kind of rushes out of the window when they roll it down. So now there's a little game being played, and that is we're going to keep the windows up.
You're going the wrong way on 2nd Street, and then you also hit a curb and popped both your tires on the side. How much alcohol have you had tonight?
Nothing.
Okay, you see what they're doing? Nothing. Why? Because she's making him have to actually go through the articulable suspicion, and she's saying nothing. So she's trying to create this, well, you didn't smell anything. I said I didn't drink anything. That's not going to work.
So why are you slurring?
I'm not slurring.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me, okay?
I love these body-worn cameras. I heard a slur.
Just because you said I slurred, there's no reason.
So you're refusing to get out of the vehicle. 25 Metro. 201, refusing to get out of the vehicle, slurring her words. Smell alcohol coming from inside the vehicle as well.
Oh, 2 inches.
201 just rolled up all the windows, refusing to get out. Doors are locked. I need you to step out of the vehicle. I need you to step out of the car. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle.
Okay, and so when cops do stuff like this, right, they know better than this. This isn't the average drunk, right? This is a cop who apparently is trying to manipulate the situation here, just not complying with the police. That in itself is enough to just burn me, because I bet you they do that all the time to other people, don't care, and yep, guess what? When it's their turn, they're going to not comply because they think they're above it. And let's see what other little tricks that this officer has to try to avoid prosecution.
I've already explained that to you. Step out of the vehicle. Don't make this harder than it has to be. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle. If you don't step out of the vehicle, we will break your window. We'll remove you from the vehicle. It's your choice. Step out of the vehicle. 25 Metro. So be advised, driver's going to be a off-duty NMSP officer. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle.
The officer shows her sergeant's contact in her phone, signaling she's going to call him. It's unclear what she thinks the sergeant will do in this situation. Nevertheless, she's about to attempt to drag him into this mess.
Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the car.
This is the corruption that I'm talking about, the subtle corruption, right? Like somehow there's a belief that if she gets a hold of the sergeant, somehow the sergeant's going to fix this problem for her. Where do you get that idea? Where do you get the idea that you don't have to follow commands just like you direct other drivers to do? Where does that privilege come from? It comes from the expectation that you should be treated differently because you're a state patrol officer? Well, it's not going to work, and good.
Step out of the car, I'm going to break the window. I don't care who you're calling. Step out of the car, I will break the window. Step out of the vehicle now. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle, I will break the window. Hold on, wait for the other guys to get here. State Police Hall, she's 47. Step out of the vehicle, we're going to break the window. This is your last warning.
And this is another thing I've mentioned in my videos in the past. The police will generally, when they announce they're going to do something, it's very, very, very rare that they don't do it. So when you hear police giving you commands, they're gonna do it. They follow through.
This is your last warning that we will break the window. I'm watching her hands. Step out! Step out! Step out! Step out!
If you were her sergeant, wouldn't you be embarrassed by one of your subordinates' behavior like that? And what does that imply about you, that they call you? It might be because you're a leader, but apparently the expectation is somehow you're going to help this situation. I think that sergeant says no and is embarrassed, and this particular officer is going to get what she deserves.
Roll over. Sarge! Roll over. Sarge! I got it here. Sarge! Just roll over that way. Sit up. Sit up. Here, just roll this way, okay? Yeah. Look, sit up. Let's go put her in my unit. Did you have any glass on you in your mouth, anything like that?
Yep.
You did? Okay, forget it.
Nah.
Ready?
Nah.
Passenger side. Passenger side.
Negative. I won't get in the car until my car gets there.
And we're not waiting for you, Sergeant. You're under arrest. Get in the car. Come on. Here, get in your unit. You can put in your unit. Why? Take it 43.
Was that a little obstruction there? Was that a little, a new charge? I think you're stacking them up. Sarge will be happy. Proud.
Yeah, you can transfer it for me. Look, how does he? How does he? You know how this works? Yep. Watch your legs. She's gonna kick you.
Think it's cool, huh? You think it's cool?
No, you effing think it's cool or effing think that you don't have the same standards as everybody else. How many times have you been involved in something like this where someone's begging or someone's asking for help? They're just a drunk, right? Well, so are you.
Dude, she came off of 2nd Street the wrong way, came towards me this way. So I was westbound 66, and I seen her vehicle come out of 2nd Street the wrong way. She came eastbound 66. The light was red. She went around the car. The light turned green. She sped up, hit the sidewalk, the curb, jumped the curb high as hell, popped both her right tires. I lit her up. She pulled in right here. She wouldn't open this window. She's all, go to the passenger side. So I went to the passenger side. She rolled it down about that much. And you could smell the alcohol. I seen it was her. So I called for you. Came to the driver's side window. She started calling Roman from the state police. She starts yelling, screaming, I'm not getting out. I ain't getting out. I ain't getting out. So get out of the car. We're going to break the window. She locked all the doors. And then we broke the window. She wouldn't get out. So we drug her out, put her in cuffs, and you could smell the alcohol in her breath bad. State police knows her sergeant's on the phone right there. Is it Roman? Yep. I'll call Roman. She showed me the phone like that. I said, Sergeant Roman. Dude, when you were breaking the window, I was watching her hands because she's an officer. I don't know what she's got. So I'm watching her hands. I see the fucking glass hit me in the face, and I'm like,
So what are you trying to do?
listen to me. I'm about to tell you something important. You're under arrest for DWI. The New Mexico Implied Consent Act requires you to submit to a breath test. Do you agree to take our test? Yes or no?
Did you do the SFSCs?
Do you agree to take our test? Yes or no?
Did you do the SFSCs or no?
SFTs, standard field sobriety tests. And guess what? You're so loaded, we don't need to. We know.
I did not.
Okay.
Do you agree to take
Based
our
on
test?
what? Based on what?
Do you agree?
The fact that they had to break the window, drag you out of the car, and now they're going to stand you up, and supposedly you're going to cooperate to do a walk line, one-legged stand, a horizontal eye nystagmus test, or whatever other test. Now you're all of a sudden going to be get real.
Take our test, yes or no? I cannot force you to take our test, but if you refuse, you will lose your New Mexico driver's license or non-resident operating privilege for 1 year. If you are convicted in court of driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence because you refuse to be tested. Do you understand? Your right to speak to an attorney or remain silent does not apply to the requirement in New Mexico law that you take a breath test. Do you now agree to be tested, yes or no?
Can you say police here?
No. Do you now agree to be tested, yes or no?
Can you get state police here? Yes
No,
or
I cannot. No.
Yes or no?
No.
He said no.
Okay, so based on that,
Do you now agree to be tested, yes or no? I consider your actions a refusal to be tested. You're under arrest for aggravated DWI.
Just as she should.
She refused to answer me. I'm taking it as a refusal. Log me 11015, aggravated DWI. I'm going to go off now. Now that she's in the unit 15 and I read her.
New Mexico State Police Officer Rachel Hall had served for 4 years and 8 months at the time of her arrest. A partially empty bottle of vodka was found under her seat, and she later declined to take a breathalyzer test. She was charged with aggravated driving while under the influence of alcohol, consuming and/or possession of an alcoholic beverage in an open container in a motor vehicle, 3 counts of resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer, failure to maintain a traffic lane, and driving on the wrong side of a road.
Obvious.
Immediately following her arrest, Hall was placed on administrative leave. Before before the internal investigation concluded, she chose to resign. New Mexico State Police Chief Troy Weisler expressed deep disappointment, stating that Hall's actions were a breach of public trust and did not reflect the values of the department. Hall's arrest occurred amid a larger DWI scandal, in which federal investigations allege that some officers in New Mexico conspired with a defense attorney to dismiss DWI cases in exchange for bribes.
Can you believe that? So that's not this particular event, but this is what I'm talking about. This whole scheme here, I hope every one of those people are prosecuted because it undermines the entire authority, our system, and when they got bad cops, you can't get good results. It's impossible.
Has led to several arrests and resignations in the law enforcement community. Hall's case seems to be an isolated incident that is not linked to this scandal, and she is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
I just want to show you that people shouldn't get any particular favor because they're police. In fact, I think they should almost be treated more harshly because they know better. And if there's a public trust, if you've arrested many, many other drivers for the exact same thing, and then you act like this when you, knowing you shouldn't be doing this, then try to play games, I think that the punishment on this one should be to the fullest extent of the law. And I also think there should be an enhancement when it is a law enforcement officers that have a higher duty. All right, well, until the next time, from the Wolfgram Worldwide headquarters, this is Wolf 6, out here.